What is going on, everybody? Welcome in to episode 3 of today's campaign. A couple bit of housekeeping items this morning or this afternoon or this evening or wherever you are that I just want to bring up. Our usual schedule, which is right here. So we're on Saturday, so today's the D&D campaign. Tomorrow we'll be doing some Savage rating. On Monday is the Beer to Light podcast. It's just the two of us again. We're going to be doing an episode about leisure content. Is there not enough? Should there be more? So if you enjoy Final Fantasy and want to be part of the discussion, please join us for that on Monday. On Tuesdays and Thursdays we do Savage rating P12S with Cuisine Team, and then Wednesdays is our Wildcard Wednesdays. I've been kind of in between both Boulder Gate 3 and Brain and Dark Souls 3. So if you enjoy those games, please feel free to drop in and join us for those. Speaking of the podcasts, the Beer to Light podcast with with Gibbles Destruct and I. We do bring guests on to discuss some of the topics that are there. And then finally, this stream, as well as every stream between now and the end of the year, is under the December goals. All subs and bits and donations go towards the end goal. The goal hope is to replace this 5-year-old microphone. Anybody who bits or subs or gift subs today will be able to put a modicum of different ornaments into my beard. So here are some of them. Here are more of them. So lots of different options to put stuff in my beard. 2 of these light up. So you can do those. And then you also get a ball on the wreath that you can kind of see right here. There's a ball with your name on it that'll go on that wreath as well. So let's get the guys in here so that we can get started. Let's see. We are going to this one. That's right, Snuggles. Your ball is up there. All right, guys. Welcome in, guys, to tonight's session. We had a pretty harrowing session last time, a couple weeks ago, before everybody took Thanksgiving off, where we almost killed the party.
It always almost happens until it does.
Yeah. This campaign is rather abusive at first level. I'll be totally fair. Mind Flare and an Intellect Devour at first level was a little bit much, but we got through it. We're alive. We're doing okay. And yeah, we're ready to go. Let's go. Oh no! What is going on? No! Hold on a second. Let me fix this. I don't know what just happened, but it reset everything that I had set up. I literally spent forever setting this all up.
No.
Then it broke. That's all right. It's easily fixable.
Why did it break?
Who knows? Don't show me this again. So let's move the camera over so we can get more of this map in there. Woo, that's not what I want. I don't want to zoom. Please zoom in. Right. Start here. This is fine. And I'll close that guy. And then I'll go into chat. Correct. So, launch game.
I'm assuming our house is located at by the Troll Skull Alley, correct?
That is correct. That is your new house. All right.
Can somebody ping Troll Skull? I don't know where that is.
It's up in the North Ward.
I opened the text for you to be able to see it.
Yeah. We're in the rich section.
It's a big old dot. It says Troll Skull Alley.
I have discovered it. My perception check passed.
All right. So you guys got an opportunity to kind of sleep in the inn. They gave you kind of a night in the inn before heading over there. I think we've, those who got items, please, you get that message over to me in the DMs. We won't go into that here, but we'll get you guys that stuff where it's needed. And I think the plan is to head over to Troll Skull Alley to see what your new digs look like.
I would say before we go to Troll Skull Alley, just because we're already kind of closer to it, I would want to stop at Exoblobs and see about those scrolls first.
Okay. Let's see. All right. Why don't you all right, if you guys want to make your way in there, and he steps up, you guys step up and go in, and he says, I see you're back. You weren't very clear on what type of scrolls you were looking for, so I sent my men out, and I was able to pull back a few things, but we'll see if anything here is of interest to you.
All right, I appreciate it. What do you have?
And he pulls out 4 scrolls. He pulls out a scroll of sleep, a scroll of command, a scroll of alarm, and a scroll of purify food and drink.
And how much are you asking for these?
Well, for the time taken, and they're not very powerful spells, but it did take me a little bit of time. I would say I'd be willing to part with them for 20 gold apiece.
20 gold apiece. Okay. Well, let me see. I've already learned sleep, so I don't need that one. The others could be useful. I think 40 gold for command and alarm.
All right, that'll do.
All right. Hand him 40 gold.
And he takes it in, and you can mark that off. You now have those 2 spells.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. What would you guys like to do next? Head your way up to the banner?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Let's see. We're gonna bring map. That is, I guess that's the right one. Going to go to make your way to the alley. And as you get there, the directions that you are made aware to, let me see which one they're marking as, you guys. Okay. Leads you to this building right here.
I have no vision.
A black
Oh,
screen.
whoops. I should
Yes.
probably put you guys on there, huh?
My eyes.
Might help.
My nights.
All right, so let's say you guys come in from this way. Go. Why they have to make vision on every stupid like. Just say on. We know if that opens anything. There we go. Some stuff for some people. On. We know if you guys can't see anything.
Never.
Nope.
I can see my token but everything else is black.
I can't see nothing.
Not giving you guys actual vision. Can anybody see? Who can't see, I guess?
I can't see.
I also cannot see.
I can't
I can
see.
see. I can see clearly now. The darkness is gone.
As I say, goofily, I can see my token.
Yeah.
Just
I don't
everything
know
else is black.
why.
I don't even have the token.
Yeah,
It
neither
should
do I.
be in the upper.
Oh, there it
Right
is.
side. You probably have to zoom out.
Yeah. This map's big. Damn.
I don't even see my token, even if I zoom out all the way.
Could it be night vision shenanigans again?
It could be, but it's not nighttime on this map.
Hence why I can see all the way down the street.
Yeah. Dynamic lighting. Floor mode. Turn this off, and then you guys can see
Hey,
stuff.
I see.
Yep,
Okay.
there we go.
Also, non like in-game related, but all of our like on the stream overlay, all of our levels are still 1.
Okay.
But that could be adjusted.
Yeah, I can adjust that. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys start here, and it has been with the directions. Your housing is right here. For those in chat who weren't here when I posted it, is in the general chat. Is what the expected plans of the floor plans of your house are.
Expected is a very loaded word there.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
I guess
I don't-
enter.
Yeah, I was like, I don't believe we're expecting any sort of danger. So
All right.
Casually walking.
yeah.
Okay. You guys can make your way towards that section if you'd like.
I in fact do not have command of my token.
That might be why you couldn't see anything. Here,
That's one big step.
general detail. That is a huge step. I is controlled by.
Also looking at the
There we go.
comments.
Go ahead.
There we go.
All right, and as you make your way
What the
to,
entrance
This is
is
the front door.
I don't know what the front door
entrance.
is.
around here somewhere.
I'm looking at the
let me
floor
just
plans, and I
pull-
believe it would probably
Yeah,
be
I know they
this.
gave me the floor plans, but they don't actually give them to me in the book, which is fantastic. So happy with that.
Yeah. Looks like there's like stairways
All right.
like right here.
I was about to say, it looks like there's steps like up onto like
A landing that then
Like a
goes
patio.
in.
porch, patio, something,
Yeah, it's like
and
Yeah,
some
so
ways
I
in
would
there. And it looks
say
like there's also a
Your
door.
front entrance is probably going to be on this side right here.
yeah.
I watch as a railing bisects Cade.
It looks like that's the way it goes in, and then it goes in here.
Yeah, you could go either way because the other one goes into the. Yeah, I guess that's the first floor. Okay.
Oh, that goes into the second floor going in from the street here.
Yeah, so that goes into the second floor. It looks like.
Okay, so it's a tap room on the bottom and actual house up top.
That's dope.
What it looks like.
First floor doesn't have stairs to the second floor though, so to go in,
yeah,
we would have to go in from the street.
Yeah, it looks like there's supposed to be stairs in the top right corner of the first floor,
That top right corners
but there's
goes
not
in
a
from
door.
yeah, that's
Okay,
what I
that's
said.
just
That goes
the
in
other
from
way.
the street.
Got
That
it.
goes in from the street to get to the second floor. There's not those stairs from the first floor to the second floor.
I feel like we might as well just check the first floor and then go out and check the second.
I was about to say, I feel like having not been in the building, I would just like go in the first floor first.
We don't have psychic outlines of the floor
Yeah.
plan yet.
Alrighty, so you guys walk through. Who's going in first?
Zell will. Whatever. Sure.
Okay, let me.
Going together.
Hand
to change.
in hand.
Touch my hand up, break it.
Well then, fine.
All right, and then let me give vision.
I'm like, dang, the inside of this house is dark.
Gotta turn the lights on
It's
first.
real dark.
Like, I know I'm a
So you
human,
guys are
but
coming
like,
in on the first floor.
Previously owned by vampires. They have the real good blackout curtains.
Okay, let's see. Let's try this again. Dynamic lighting, vision. There we go. Second one. There. And details and controlled by Dave. That should give you vision.
yeah.
There. And open and give vision. And then
Hell yeah.
everybody can see, yeah? Everybody who's up can see?
I cannot
I haven't
see.
created a token. You can't see?
I cannot see.
Okay. hold on.
Let me zoom. Oh, yeah, I can see my token. I can't see anything else.
Okay.
Same boat.
Well, step in front of the door, and then you might be able to see. No, never mind. I don't
No,
know.
it should be the outside. You should be able to see the outside.
I was about to say I'd be able to
bright
see
light.
something else, but it's the way it was on the
60
last
feet.
map.
Dave, can you see now?
Right, now I can see.
Yep.
And then everybody can see now?
Yes.
All right. So you guys are going to make your way in. Who's going in first?
That Zelf will slide around.
All right. So two of you are entering. When you enter,
Yes.
give me 1 second here to manipulate some stuff.
Are these right in front of me?
Did I go through the front
I
door?
was about to say,
or-
are these
I
windows?
think those are windows. The door.
I just-
I think the door is down
That's
here.
right
the
here.
doors.
There's a
Yeah, the
door
door's
right
here.
here. There's 3 doors. So you've got one right there. You've got one right here, and the
Yeah,
one
here.
that Melon went through.
I've got some weird vision things going on.
Yeah. Let me give you a bright light like I did the rest of them. But still, stop moving.
You cannot catch me.
Apparently. Oh, I'm on
Yeah,
the
catch
wrong
me
one.
on the.
I'm on the
junior
wrong
bread.
layer. That's why.
Man.
So I want to be on the objects and tokens layer. Grab. I'll give you. Right. Whoop. I will give you bright light.
There we go. Thank you.
Is that
Let's
better?
get some weird corner lighting.
Yeah. All right. And when you all enter, which is what I was going to do next, GM overlay. I want to move this layer to the token layer. You see what looks like an apparition of a man who is cleaning a bottle or cleaning a glass, but it's not a real glass, it's a fake glass, just like he is. So what you're seeing in front of you is a poltergeist who is cleaning a bottle, and he looks at you and he nods appeasingly, and continues to clean his glass.
I didn't know we were gonna have guests at our new house.
No, look around and definitely notice that this church floor has a tavern-like look to it. And glance to the rest and go, this doesn't much look like a house.
Well,
Is this certainly the right place?
Oh, the building is. It looked to be at least 3 floors from the street.
Nope, the key worked. This is definitely the right place. So walks back over.
Checks the door again. This key did work, right?
And as you entered, you also saw that the bottom floor of the tap room had broken tables, broken chairs, some old, unpolished, untarnished silverware, casks of wine to what you believe, given the rest of the state that they've at this point turned to vinegar.
Cade will walk over to some of the broken furniture and kind of like place his hand on them, and he'll cast mend, and he'll do that to all of the furniture to recombine the wooden legs and break any cracks and kind of get the place together again.
I love how entirely nonplussed we are about the ghost over there. We're like, just do your own thing. We're good.
Yeah.
just it's fine.
Last session, mind flayers.
Ferrix will also
roll me a d20. This is going to be a weird d20 because we're going to go in reverse. So you want the lower number because that's going to take less time.
Okay. Oh, good. Nat 20. It takes me 7 years.
No, actually, on nat 20, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. So over the course of about 20 or so minutes, as you guys are kind of peering around, you're able to kind of repair all the tables and chairs in the area and kind of place them in a way that would make sense for this space. And the poltergeist looks at you very appeasingly. He's very happy with the fact that you just took the time to repair everything that was broken.
All the while, the rest of us are just standing there watching.
Yeah.
After completely fixing all the furniture, he'll also cast Prestidigitation just to make the room smell like vanilla and like graham crackers, so it has a nice, really homey feel to it.
Yeah, and so for the next about an hour or so that you guys are down there, it does have that nice, like, quaint fragrance, not the mustiness that you smelled before you walked in.
Since we've had some time, has the shopkeeper ghost been like talking to us at all?
Nope, no,
Or
he
is he
hasn't
just
said anything.
cleaning?
He moved from his fake glass over to starting to polish some of the really old real glass. He's just cleaning glassware. He's seen that Kate is fixing the place up, and so he in turn is going to start cleaning the place up a little bit.
Kate will walk over to the group, kind of whispering so that way the poltergeist doesn't hear. Do any of you have any experience with poltergeists at all?
I cannot say that I do.
Once you kill someone, they generally stay dead. So I don't know how to deal with his whole thing. But he seems nice. It could just be a quirk of the house. You know how some places creak? This one just has a ghost.
Yes, okay. I will figure this out. And he slowly kind of starts to backstep away from the group towards the poltergeist, and then turns around.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are there not times where places of business having a, so to speak, touristy feature to it might attract customers if we were to get this to be a functioning establishment below the house, if this is, in fact, the first floor?
Can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah. Nine.
You notice a visual smile on the poltergeist when you make that comment.
Seems to like the idea.
Zell shrugs and like approaches the counter. He like takes a seat at one of the stools. None of us have tried talking to him.
Cade was walking over to talk with him.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's already at the counter when you walk up and sit down.
Okay.
Hello. Does it look like it's a masculine poltergeist
Looks
or
like a
more?
man.
Okay. Excuse me, sir.
And he looks over at you.
Hello. My name is Cade, Cade Shadowborn. These are my friends. We have just recently been given access to this house / establishment. Care to introduce yourself, just so we can, get to know you?
And he turns behind him to a wall where a mirror had been installed, and he writes the words LIF, and then goes back in the dust of the mirror behind.
Lith. Is that short for something, or just...
He doesn't respond.
Real question. He's been cleaning some actual glasses. Has he been accomplishing that, or
Yeah,
just
over
going
the
through the
time that you
motions?
guys have been like talking, and as you saw that Cade was like repairing pieces of the tavern, he has been cleaning quite a number of glasses. So there are a number of glasses that he has picked up, cleaned the inside of and the outside of, and then put back again. You're not really sure how clean it is, because you can't imagine that there's like regular water in here quite yet, because it's been closed down for so long. But I mean, they're rag cleaned, right? I mean,
That's good enough.
Oh. Cade will kind of look to Zelfir. Excuse me, just give me a moment. If it seems like I'm not paying attention, I'm focusing on something else. And I'll start to take the 10 minutes required to cast Detect Magic. So like he's kind of sitting at the counter with his elbows on the countertop, hands in his head as he just kind of sits there and kind of almost looks like he's praying, but he's definitely not praying.
Say, Liff, do you mind if we take a look around? I don't want to be rude.
he shrugs and smiles and continues on his cleaning.
Okay, Zelfir's gonna go behind the counter and kind of like snoop around.
Roll me perception check.
Sorry, one sec.
No worries.
Also a 9.
So you walk around and nothing behind the counter other than, the normal glassware, couple plates and whatnot looks suspicious.
I mean, do I see that thing on the floor?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
What thing?
And as you walk in here, you see, you see, no, you're good. You see what looks to be, some shelves for use of storing, and they look pretty empty. There's stuff, there would have been stuff there, but it's not there any longer. You're welcome to continue if you want.
Sure. What's around this corner?
As you enter around the corner, you see a stove to your left, like a cooking stove to your left, and then prep tables to your right.
Yeah, there's something interesting back there.
Crazy far back. But from what you gather, this was a fully working tavern back in the day. And pretty common for a regular tavern to have a living space upstairs. Anybody else want to roll perception that hasn't already done so?
No, I'm currently concentrating.
With Eric's isn't interested in going behind the counter.
Is this a fireplace over here?
Yep, that's a two-sided fireplace.
Okay. Well, this is all pretty straightforward. We just have a tenant.
What would you guys like to do next?
Just whenever that 10 minutes ends, then I'll get up, but I'll keep sitting until that 10-minute casting time happens.
You're good.
Yeah, we can wait. Like, I don't believe there's any urgency.
So
Kid kind of like tilts his head and says, "No, go. I'll be here a bit. Don't worry about me. I'm fine." And then he goes back to hands in the head.
Well, surely we won't be far away. Holler if something happens. Liv here can keep you company in the meantime.
Gives a thumbs up.
Was this a door over here, or is this just a window?
Where?
In the storeroom
That is
over
a
here.
door to the backyard, yes.
Okay. I guess we go upstairs?
So you notice that there is no upstairs access from the inside of the tavern, so you'd have to go through the actual front door.
Perhaps it was the stairs off the main street.
Yep, and so I'll drag you guys over there.
Don't have too much fun as he leaves.
Let me get you guys over there. Hold on. So you're gonna go. If you're entering, you're gonna enter in right there, and right there, and right there. So you guys should be in the upper left.
Up into the commons.
Up into the common room. And so you enter into the house, and you enter into what you understand to be just a general common room. It's got a fireplace. Furniture's been removed out of it, but you have a door to the south and a door to the north that you guys can walk
I'm
through.
gonna check the door to the north.
Okay, checking the door to the
Assuming
north
it's
brings you into a den. That is just the other half of the fireplace sits on this side of it as well, and again nothing really in here, and then a balcony going out front.
Sorry, go on.
No, we have another door over here.
Too.
Yep, another balcony off the back there, and then a hallway. Yep, hallway leading down towards what is the first bedroom.
And we're still seeing more like ruined furniture and everything as we go through.
And then this is a hall that brain. I can brain, I promise. Yeah, the Zell's in.
That leads up to another floor, I assume.
Yep. Yeah, you guys going upstairs? And this is a spare. This is just a spare empty room with a balcony off the back that Repo's in.
It looks like it also has a fireplace in it, so like a little office type room.
Little office type room. Yep.
That's the spare room.
The spare room. Or
Yeah, I guess we might as well.
a perfect place for a warforged who doesn't need to sleep.
Put him in the fireplace.
Yeah, put him in a room with a fireplace. Okay, so you're going up the stairs. You reach the top of the stairs. There are stairs in front of you, and then the stairs obviously back down from the back. Whoop. Let me grab you.
I love watching people get ripped into the void.
Into the void.
Goodbye.
And yeah, so you walk around back, and there's a master bedroom. Repo's in the master bedroom with a private bath off of that
Fancy.
room. So that's the private bath. And then you're in that's a closet, Repo, and then you're in a library study. So there are shelves, but the shelves of the books are very tattered and worn. Looks like that hasn't seen any kind of activity in a good long while.
Is it the closet, or is it as labeled in the blueprints that you showed, being a privy? The most useless room to the Warforged.
Yeah, the most useless room.
What is a privy but a closet?
Yeah.
It's a
privy is a
bathroom.
I know.
I was about to say this floor appears to have
Two privies.
two full baths and 2 privies.
with a second bedroom. So you have 2 bedrooms on this floor. As you go upstairs, you make your way to the attic bedroom. So there is storage as well as a bedroom. So you have access to 5 bedrooms. Oh, are you going up the turret?
I was about to say, I found the turret.
Yeah.
There's a turret?
Yeah, there's a
There
turret.
is.
It's off of the
off the bedroom.
the north bedroom on the 3rd floor.
Ah,
Yep, and it makes it up to a larger turret. So you do have a turret access.
that could be where I sleep. I can
At the
keep
very
watch.
top of the turret, he just sleeps and watches. So yeah, not bad digs. You got 5 bedrooms, and a spare room, and then you have a tavern downstairs.
Is it 5 bedrooms? Bedroom on the 2nd floor, 2 bedrooms on the
Or
3rd
has-
floor.
I guess it's 4?
Four bedrooms and a spare room,
Yeah, 4
attic
bedrooms and a spare
storage,
room.
library, study.
We could transform a storage unit into.
Luckily, we only have 4 people that actually sleep.
Fair.
I mean, that's not something that we have all necessarily had a conversation about.
Yeah.
Technically,
No, you
sleep.
kind of saw.
Yeah.
You had a night where you guys were all in a room, and the Warforged didn't really. They sleep.
Yeah.
Just-
Technically, 2 of them
I was
meditate.
about to say, I slept in a separate room. I wasn't going to curse someone else with trying to share a space with my giant dragonborn ass.
Of course.
I don't believe there's anything else of like note besides some cobwebs and dust. Maybe we should return to Cade.
Indeed. Was he not channeling a spell?
We come back and he's just dead.
You
The ghost was just waiting to strike.
You're able to
Go
finish
downstairs.
your. Yeah, you can head. You guys just make your way down there. You're able to finish the spell, and nothing magical or of any kind of comes through your use of the spell. Everything seems kind of on the up and up. You just happen to have a poltergeist in the basement.
Okay, poltergeist doesn't ping from the detect magic. Okay.
Nope.
So then after it's channeled, he kind of starts pacing around because it only does like a 30 feet radius around me.
Yep.
I'll just keep pacing around on this floor, and then start like if they get down before it finishes channeling, then I'll kind of notice them. If not, I'll have made my way upstairs as they're upstairs, as I'm kind of walking around with my wand out, like I'm just like photocopying the walls, just checking to see if there's any. It's like a blue light flashlight. I'm just checking to see if I see anything on it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean nothing really pings your magic. Looks like the house was abandoned and cleaned out.
All right. Well, good news. This place doesn't have any hexes or jinx on it, so just a regular house.
Anything that you guys would like to do? You guys have kind of started to fix up the tavern.
Did you guys see anything interesting upstairs?
There was a library, but besides that, nothing of note. It's about standard.
Kate starts just to walk away after hearing library and just makes his way over there.
Zell gave you the information he knew you wanted.
Yeah.
And
And
you're
after
in front
seeing
of front of
the
room.
distress of these bookshelves, he'll do the same thing that he did with the chairs and just quickly mend as quickly as possible all of the
So you take some
bookshelves.
time and are able to kind of recondition the wood inside that room, to make it, back to being what
Perhaps we should leave him for a few days to fix the rest of the house.
I can't think of anything else we need to do here.
Well, I mean, you have new neighbors if you're living in the house.
Oh, that's fair. I didn't know that was.
I don't know that there's anything else specifically to do within the house itself, but it would be prudent to introduce ourselves to the neighbors, perhaps take inventory of what is just broken and need repair versus anything else we need to acquire. We still have to figure out which rooms people intend to sleep in. Make it livable for tonight.
After Kid finishes the bookshelves and kind of overhears this, he goes, do you need me to just fix everything that I see that's messed up with this place? I'll do it. It'll just take some time. If you guys need to go and get supplies, I could stay here and fix stuff up while you guys do that. It's not too big of a deal.
Here, let me help you out. And he's gonna gather things, because I believe mending you have to stick the two parts together and then cast it. So he'll help you with the puzzle job.
Okay.
Since there's broken furniture still upstairs, I imagine.
I was about to say, mending is just repairing a single break or tear in an object you touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta hold things together, fix the break. So if all the legs are broken off a chair, that's mending for every single leg.
Yeah. What is your plan with the basement? What's your plan with the?
There's a basement?
What basement?
Yeah, the tavern. The tap room.
Oh. You told me there wasn't one.
No, sorry. I mean the basement, it's not the non-living area, so the first floor. Sorry, not the basement, the first floor.
What's our plan with it?
Yeah, are you guys planning to recreate the tavern? Are you guys planning to just fix it up and use it as a space for you guys to occupy?
I think it would be a suitable source of income to fix up the whole place and to get it functioning again.
Get a hireling to run it or something.
I think that's a multi-day project.
Yeah.
Because first we'd have to take full inventory of what we've got to work with already, and then we'd have to resupply things. We'd have to hire someone to staff a kitchen. I think
that may not be a tonight thing.
No, but Repo, if that's something that you are interested in, I mean, I see no harm in starting the planning for it, but it definitely would take longer than just today.
That's fair.
I think some chatting with the neighbors for some context surrounding how this property used to be used could be useful before we get too deep into any planning.
Especially, they may know more about our tenant.
All right. Okay, you guys want to make your way back to the main map?
Sure.
So Cade is going to take the time to just begin repairing stuff while you guys are going to continue walking around. So let me change your...
Zell was like, I'll help you, and then immediately walked away.
Never mind.
So Whiskers the raccoon just takes the place of Zelfir, and I'm having Whiskers hold little things so I can mend them because he has thumbs. So I'll utilize the thumbs.
Opposable thumbs. There you go. All right. So you do see small amounts of traffic flow, kind of heading in. Where is so as you guys walked in, there was, walking over into this direction, and front door is right there. So if you guys are, and then you guys are coming out the side door from the tavern. There's a couple of little shops that you guys, if you wander around, you've got right. Pull the is here. So if you guys want to take we'll do it to another a take 20, where you can take some time to walk around before entering anything. Got these. You guys should see T markers pop up. Yes.
I see a T6, a T5.
Yep. Perfect. So layer.
We got a deed to this property, right?
Yep. Yeah, you were you the next morning after you had slept in the tavern for the night, which they had covered. They covered the cost for the deed as well. So like because you saved.
Did this property have a name?
Yeah, it was Troll Skull Manor. All right, so the markers that you guys have access to, T1, I'm not going to show up to you guys because that's the manor itself. So you have the T2 through T6 that you guys can step into. Those are actual locations.
Since we did a walk around, could you tell us like what the stores are titled?
Yeah, so T2 is the Bent Nail. T3 is Steam and Steel. T4 is Corellan's Crown. T5 is Tiger's Eye. And T6 is Bookworm's Treasure. You're not there.
I know I'm not there.
No one tell him. We'll never get back.
I put a quick reference in general just so we have it.
Sweet, thank you. I was starting to write and I lost track.
I'll start with the fourth one.
He said that real fast.
I did it so that you guys would pick one and then we can kind of go from there.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Steam
What do you
and
guys like to
Steel
do?
sounds appealing to me personally.
No, how about we just mosey on over at the T2 and then make our way across the map in the most efficient walking.
Sounds logical.
Fair.
All right, so you walk into the Bent Nail. There's a wooden sign above the shop's main door, which is which is bare except for a large, huge bent nail sticking out of it. The front room contains displays of ornate wood furniture, as well as the counter is lined with rows of finely carved wood canes, quarterstaffs, and shields. As you enter, there is a male elf who welcomes you.
Greetings. We find ourselves to be your neighbor now. We own yonder building.
Oh,
Zell
you guys
has
are the
already-
ones. You guys are the ones taking over Troll Skull Island, Troll Skull Manor, huh?
Yes, that. Zell had 100% already forgotten the name.
Thank you for the follow, Sean.
Thought we'd introduce ourselves and get a lay of the land.
Yes, well, my name is Tally, and I sell, as you can see, wooden weapons and shields, and I can also craft furniture if you need it.
Given the state of the place, we may need your services.
Yes, it was very, last time I walked by it was very run down a bit. It's nice to see new people taking it over.
It certainly has seen better days. How long has it how long would you say it's been empty?
I would say it was abandoned or emptied maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and then it just, you'd have squatters in there that have to be run out, and not too much. They don't stay for very long for some reason. Nobody tends to stay there for very long. Not really sure why. I've never really walked into the place myself, but
would you happen to know what happened to the previous owners?
well, the tavern owner in the basement, I believe there was a bar fight, and last time I remember, I think he died from the bar fight.
Would you happen to know his name?
I never went to the bar too much, but I believe his name was Liff.
Okay. Well, thank you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Zell, and this is Fariax. I don't know if R3 followed us.
Yeah. Make sure you don't stay out of trouble. I'll be there.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Sorry, I didn't remember my token.
Of course. All right. And then are you going to exit and go right across the street to the next one?
Might as well. Like,
That's the
unless you
plan.
guys want like a chest of drawers or something.
And I gotta divvy up the rooms and actually take stock of furniture before we buy furniture.
Yeah.
We already had an ottoman. I guess we go to T3.
All right. And you make your way into Steam and Steel. As you walk up to the building, you see a large smokestack in the top that's billowing smoke. And as you walk inside, you see a they are, no, it says one of them. So you see two human people working inside the space. This is essentially a blacksmith who makes metal weapons, armor, and shields. Pretty much anything you can find in the player's handbook.
Yep.
And the man continues to hammer while the wife walks up and says, "Welcome."
Greetings. Guess I'm doing this again. Should we find ourselves the owners of that fine tavern over there. Thought we'd introduce ourselves. We're
I
a group of
apologize.
adventurers.
They actually threw this at me at the very, very top. It's the husband is a fire genocide and the wife is a water genocide.
Delightful.
Strange.
Hence, Steel and Steam.
Fitting.
And you were saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
He was just doing the introduction spiel and being like, so, would you happen to have known the past proprietors?
And well, my name is Avi, and this is Embrick. Embrick used to fare the tavern every now and again, but I was never much for drinking in the tavern.
It's not for everyone.
Embrick, and she turns to the husband and says, "It looks like we have new neighbors." And he kind of just he stops what he's hitting, like what he's working on, and he kind of gruffly like, well, maybe about time we get a new bar back again. I hate having to travel so far to get my drinks.
Nudge one would say, or just nudge one of the others standing close to me and say, I said get it back online would be in order.
We'll have to stop back after we actually get it up and running.
Yes, of course, that would be great. And if you need anything from us, just let us know. Always willing to help a neighbor.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
As are we.
Would
Zell shrug. Zell walk away.
I'll shrug, I'll walk away.
is that possible at some point to commission greater pieces of weaponry than are normally available here?
Or depends on what you have in mind.
Something finer than the swords I currently have, perhaps.
I think I'll make you a deal. You get that tavern up and running, back to its old glory, and we can discuss something a little more powerful.
See what we can do, and I will go to shake his hand.
And he will reach out and shake your hand back.
Out of character, guys. What are we trying to do?
You're meeting your neighbors.
Get a lay of the land.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what's around you.
What's directly around us, identifying who's directly around us, and finding extra tidbits of information.
I'm doing magical carpentry.
Skill up. Skill up.
We have wood stuffs. We have steel weapons.
I hope you make sure you got those legs on there straight and not ones, slightly off, and now the entire chair wobbles.
We could just break it again.
Don't blame me. Blame Whiskers. He's the one holding them.
Like when I sit down on a chair and just destroy it, I'm gonna be pretty upset.
How heavy is Repo? Can you use chairs like comfortably?
It's only about 300 pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say. I mean, he's a heavy guy, but not like crazy heavy.
I was about to say, when you total in my armor, Repo and I probably weigh about the same.
You weigh about 300 pounds.
With armor, yeah.
I was about to say, I'm in full scale, and I'm a 6'8" dragonborn.
Touche.
So you guys make your way over towards T4 or the Corellan's Crown.
I mean, I could have run a Loxodon and we're closer to 500.
The bane of chairs.
And as you walk in, trying to catch.
Here we go. So before we calculated my armor, Ferric's base weight with no armor is 290.
Oh yeah, so we're about the same.
So then
you're
added
heavier.
armor, I probably
You got me outclassed. With armor.
certainly break 300 with the full scale mail for a 6'8" dragonborn.
Yeah. With inventory included.
I love that they don't even give me pictures of these.
About 370-ish with armor and everything, 375-ish. With all gear included.
See if I can get NPC pictures.
NPC pictures, that would have required them to pay an artist.
To pay an artist, no kidding. Literally anything. That's
Yeah, most small NPCs don't get one.
yeah. I just figured since they were going to be your neighbors for this, actually give you something. All right. All right. So as you walk into Koran's Crown, a smell of herbs and spices hits your nose. A very outgoing wood elf with long braided hair walks up to you and says, "Well met."
Very neat.
Breathe and deep. This place smells delightful.
Greetings.
What can I get for you? We do have a very fine selection of potions that you guys can purchase if you'd like.
Oh, how much do they cost?
They have, let's see.
Some alchemy.
I'll do this. All right. So, they say, well, I've got 3 potions of animal friendship, 5 potions of climbing, 6 of both greater healing and healing, and 5 of water breathing.
How much do those healing potions cost?
Are you looking for the greater healing potions or the regular healing potions?
Out of character, what's the difference? D6 wise.
2d8, right? Mel?
Yeah.
So regular potions of healing are 2d4 plus 2. I don't remember the other ones.
1d6 for the normals.
Greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just adds on more d4s.
Just the common ones. How much do those cost?
Sell those for 50 gold apiece.
I will keep that in mind.
Of course.
Can never have too much healing as an adventurer.
Never can have too much healing.
He looks pointedly over at Fariax and says nothing.
What brings you to this neighborhood? We don't get many people here often.
New residents.
With any luck, that may change.
New
We've
residents,
stumbled
where are you
into,
guys? Where are you guys taking over?
Yonder tavern. Where the unfortunate
Trollskull
new...
Manor.
Yeah, that one.
Trollskull Manor. Back in its day, it used to have a very fine ale. Used to visit there every now and again.
It's my understanding that it seems to have been sitting empty for some 3-4 years now.
Yes. Liv died in a bar fight, and he didn't have any extra family or anybody to take over the place, so it closed and became run down.
Has anyone else owned it since? Or was Liff the last official owner?
Well, Liv was the last official owner, but, with all abandoned buildings, you get, the people who tend to want to take it over from a squatter's perspective. I believe Volo bought it last, but, it seems as he has turned over the reins to you.
Regardless, nice to make your acquaintance. I'm sure that we will return when we need more potions.
Absolutely,
Just not
you're always welcome.
not very liquid at the moment.
Well, if you have plans to start up the tavern again, let me know. I would love to become a patron of the space again. It was quite a lovely tavern in its day.
I believe that's in the cards. We just need to find someone to run the establishment in our stead.
Well, I'll keep my eye out and see if I find anybody who might be able to help out.
Appreciated.
All right, and then you guys make your way over to the Tiger's Eye.
As we walk over, I'll explain. Sounds like we may need to have guards in case of another bar fight that might turn lethal.
Perhaps.
And as you walk into the Tiger's Eye, you see a black sign with a cat's eye. It's a very nice looking apartment. It's dimly lit from the oil lamps, and the door is locked.
Can I, from context clues, figure out what kind of store Tiger's Eye is?
Not really. There's nothing really indicating like what it does for services. There is a bell to the left, and then you always have the traditional knocking of the door.
Breaks out lockpick now. We might as well give it a ring. If nobody else takes initiatives, I'll walk over and ring it.
And as you ring the doorbell, you are met with a concisely sharp-dressed man with a pipe that's still smoking. And he says, "Can I help you?"
Perhaps. We were We're new owners of the Troll Skull Manor, and we're introducing ourselves. What manner of shop do you run here?
Well, it's we help people find things, or discover secrets within the city. My name is Vincent. I am the owner of this establishment.
Zell will offer his hand to shake.
And he shakes it, very firm.
I'm sure we'll eventually have need of a man of your talents, given your descriptor.
Yes, well, keep me posted. I'm very good at finding things.
Things include people.
It does include people.
Don't call people things.
Well, most often people are looking for things, not necessarily people. But my services do include finding people.
This may come in handy.
We'll absolutely be in touch as newcomers in the city ourselves. Never hurts to have someone given a hand that actually knows the city.
Yes, very well. Well, keep me posted if you need anything.
Though I suppose this also means you might, perhaps you have more context about the previous owner of Troll Skull Manor.
You talking
I'd
about
heard-
Liv?
Yeah, we've heard he died in a bar fight. Was that true? Or did he have enemies?
Oh, I mean, nobody lives in this world without enemies, right? I mean, everybody has someone they pissed off at some point. But, yeah, no, Liv was well liked in the area, and I think it just was I mean, I don't know how long you've been in Waterdeep, but the gangs are pretty prevalent here. And a couple of the gangs just decided to have a fight inside the tavern. Liv just happened to be on the other end of it.
Sounds like quite the unfortunate circumstance.
It was very unfortunate. Liv was a very nice fellow. I do often miss him. Anything else I can help you gentlemen with today?
Not particularly.
All right, well, I do have a couple of cases I'm marking now, so apologize if I seem in a rush. Just trying to keep up with work.
Don't let us keep you any longer.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it's called Troll Skull Manor. Do you know why that is?
Well, you are in Troll Skull Alley.
That's fair.
But which was named first?
Yeah.
Well, the alley was made here. I don't know the origins of it, but Liv came in after the naming and just felt like Troll Skull Manor and was a good name for a tavern.
Fair enough. Was hoping there was a story.
Not to my knowledge. That predates my time here.
Very well. Nice to make your acquaintance. Zell feels very uncomfortable doing all this small talk and pleasantries.
Oh, you're doing so good.
He's just filling the awkward silence with with words.
Welcome to meeting your neighbors.
We should have brought cookies. Who have I become?
Perhaps Liv can bake a pie.
They fused. We head over to T6, Bookworm's Treasure. Without our bookworm.
Yeah, I'm working. This place is gonna look so nice when you guys get back. Get
I'm just
mad.
picturing all this wooden furniture with band-aids on all the cracks.
Yeah.
I still give a non-zero chance just coming back, and Lift just killed him. We just left our wizard alone in a haunted house.
Not alone. I got a raccoon.
That's fair.
So chicken.
I mean, raccoon, haunted house, these things go together.
You're outnumbered. There's two of us.
All right. And as you make your way towards the final shop, you step in front, and it's adorned with a sign of a golden dragon curled around a treasure hoard of books and scrolls. As you make your way inside, the shop is decorated with beautiful hardwood, and the earthly scent of old books permeates the air. Cade's gonna get really, really sad about that because he's gonna miss it.
That's fine.
The library is filled 2 floors of a 3-story building, and it somehow seems to contain more shelves than the building should be able to hold.
Did we walk into a pocket space?
You step in, you notice behind the main desk is a dragonborn of Gold Dragon Ancestry. He looks up at you and says, "Welcome to the bookstore."
Do either of you know something that Kate
Bookworm
would
is
want?
book WYRM, like the dragon worm.
Fitting. Yep. Would either of you know what kind of a book Kate would want for missing this encounter?
I imagine it would be one of those situations where your best intentioned gift would only disappoint him. Why, thank you. I already have this spell.
Thank you.
The best gift would be directing here.
Yeah.
Good day.
Fair.
Perhaps we get a wand of mending and give him a break.
Hand him a wand of mending, and he goes, "You know, I can just do this spell, right?"
You know, I have a wand and mending.
You are the
Thanks.
wand of mending.
It's like
Thanks.
when
And
it
he's
was,
like, "Did this come with a gift receipt?"
it's like when it was Christmas and your mom bought you a PS2, but you already have a PS3. Oh, thanks, Mom.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for that.
I don't believe that we need anything immediately. We were just introducing ourselves. Our compatriot will probably buy several of your books, but he's not here at the moment.
Ah, good to know. Always love enjoying talking to another fellow reader.
He gets enough money, he might buy the whole place.
I highly doubt that I would be willing to sell it for any large sum of funds, if I'm being totally honest. They don't call me Rashal the Page Turner for nothing.
Can I roll insight? Does anyone actually call them that?
You're welcome to, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's very serious.
Okay.
This of all the shops in the area, this bookshop is very well known for having pretty much anything anybody's looking for.
Okay. I was just like, that sounds like something. It's like, I call myself that, but my friends certainly don't.
Yeah, I mean, the other stores are inward inside the alleyway. You're walking past this as you go through. Like, as you're going through the main part of town, this bookstore is very, very well
So
seen.
the bookstore is on the main street, not on the alley in
On the alley
between
inside,
the main
correct.
streets. Where
We don't even get Main Street access.
No, you have Main Street access.
I was about to say we're on
It's
the
on the second floor.
Yeah, for the house, but I mean, you're on a
I
corner
mean-
lot, so I mean...
That's fair.
I was about to say we're not like the bent nail over here that's completely in the alley.
Yeah. I mean, at least these other one, yeah. But the Crown's Crown
Crown
doesn't
something
have.
is on the inside, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, it's
At least these two have front street
Yep.
Well, friends, what do you say we check in on our carpentry wizard?
Carpentry wizard, huh? Well, that's not something you hear every day.
We've recently come into the Troll Skull Manor, and he's decided to make himself
yes.
useful by repairing the
Troll
various broken
Skull
furniture.
Manor. I haven't heard that name in quite some time.
So far, we've gathered that it's been about 4 years since it shut down.
That sounds about right.
Were you a patron?
I frequented my way over there. It was quiet enough that you could sit down and read a book. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll make you a welcoming gift of sorts. And he sorts through his books and comes with a small book about the size of like a journal, and he hands it to you. He says, "Why don't you hand this to your book reading friend? I'm sure he'll find it rather interesting."
Why, thank you. That's quite polite. Besides, I'm sure you'll make your money back on him very quickly.
I'm sure.
It was a pleasure, but I'm gonna go check on our wizard friend.
That's fine. I'm going to get back to my book reading. Have a great day.
I love that 6 times we walked up to a place and you guys just like stood there and Zell just like looked at you and it's like, I guess I'm doing this.
Say anything? All right, and what we'll do is we'll take our first break right there. Take a 5 or 10 minute break to be able to give people to stretch their legs, get a snack and some water.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys that are lurking and watching for bearing through this. This is an odd episode given that we were just trying to get our lay of the land surroundings of the new home, but we'll be back in about 5 minutes, and yeah. All right, welcome back. We are going to continue on with the campaign for today. Excuse me. And yeah, so I think we are back at the tavern, right?
I think that was the plan.
Okay. And I think the thought was to fix up the tavern, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys begin to kind of put pieces back together and kind of, you know, take stock of what you have, my brain, I already forgot his name. Raynar, never remember, shows up to check in to see how you guys are doing, and discusses with you about what your plans are for the space. And so he comes in and says, well met friends, you guys have really spruced this place up. What are your plans?
Well, it would be ideal to get this back up and running to create a near passive income.
Oh, this tavern used to be a fun spot to visit before it shut down. Probably be a good idea for us to kick it back up again. Do you guys have the funds to be able to work through the renovations of this space?
We were thinking about just repairing this stuff. I don't know if we have much in the way of funds.
No, that won't do at all. We must make this place ready to go. Why don't we do this? And he pulls out a pad, a paper, and scribbles a note on it, and writes, and tears off the note and hands it to one of the people who was with him, and says, "Please procure me that." And you see the guy just take it and look at it, kind of eyeballs it a little bit, kind of wide eyes a little bit, and then goes running. And yeah, and he's walking around and he looks up at the bar and he says, "That's a ghost?"
Poltergeist. There are slight differences, but yes.
The previous proprietor, he decided to stick around.
Yes, it does look familiar. That does look like Liff. It caught me by surprise, so I didn't quite recognize him at first. Interesting. I guess the old man just clutched onto this place for dear life.
Seems harmless enough, even polite.
Usually poltergeists tend to stay around locations where they believe that some emotional stress has happened to them, or places that they died unexpectedly by some ill creature.
Well, given that the bar fight is what closed this place down, it stands to reason that would be what would hold him here. Interesting. And so you guys are talking for about, just general stuff about the city and things that are going on, and for about 10 minutes or so, and his assistant comes back with a very large bag, a very heavy bag, and he hands it over. He hands it over to him and says, "Here you go, sir. Just like you asked. I ran as quick as I could to get what you needed." And he says, "Yes, this will do finely." He goes and he hands it to one of you, whoever wants to take it. It's a coin purse containing 1,500 gold pieces. He says that should cover all of the renovations for this place and to get you guys kind of stocked up with supplies to get opened.
Well,
I do believe that licensing to open up of a tavern costs around 250 gold, so please use that wisely.
thank you, Renar. That's really kind.
Appreciated.
Anything to help. You did save my best friend, so it's the least I could do.
Excuse me, Renar. Do you happen to know any organization or group that is looking for work in the tavern, workspace that we could possibly hire on to actually manage the place?
I don't know anybody personally, but I have friends who could get people for you and send them your way.
Yes, just give them our location, and if any are interested, just have them pop by. We're not really much in the, realm of operating and organizing a tavern like this.
Yes, yeah, that does make sense.
Kind of gifted us with an obligation than a reward, but here we are.
I mean, the choice to open the tavern is yours alone. Nobody is forcing you to do that.
That I'm just idly complaining. It's what I do.
Okay, all right.
It is what he does. That is true.
Well, busy man, I must make it to my next meetings, but by the next time we see you, I hope this tavern to be in spit-spot shape to be able to be opened up and run. Send word when you guys decide to open.
We absolutely will.
Barely.
Hope it won't be long.
Yes, well, have a great day. So,
I assume he
get-
leaves, right?
Yeah, he does leave, yep.
I think Zell, like, once he's out of line of sight, would just be like, we could just take the money and leave.
And you kind of look around, and Liv kind of gives you this gigantic frown.
It was just a suggestion.
Zelfir, I don't quite know where you come from historically, but I have been not living in a house for the majority of my life, so I would very much like to stay here.
Fine.
Also, give into consideration, if we get this place back up and running, it may give the spirit the rest that it needs to finally pass on.
Do I notice after he says that if the spirit has, made any faces?
So, the two of you kind of talking back against, like, just taking the money and running, leaving the space to just, like, rot again. It does bring, like, like he is getting rather happy again.
Look, I would be remiss to not at least offer. This is a shared establishment. I'll go with whatever you all suggest.
Speaking of shared establishment, it seems like we've gotten ourselves into a situation where we are now almost forced to get to know each other, and
we don't land together.
Yes, we don't know anything about each other, and it seems like that now that we all own this house and it's in all of our names, we don't really have much of a choice but to either live here or pay double to get a separate location. Do we want to just... I'm really bad at introductions. I'm Cade. You know that. And then he kind of like trails off and like doesn't quite know where he was going with that.
Hi, Cade.
Hi, Cade.
I just noticed we were in a circle.
Adventurers Anonymous, where we all talk about our problems battling our adventuring addictions.
Of course.
So what is everybody's goals?
Adventurers Anonymous.
Yeah. So why is we all took the job for money from Volo, and now we have this house, but what was everybody trying to accomplish before this? Or were you just surviving?
It's a touchy subject.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start. I was surviving and saving up money to eventually attend the Blackstaff Academy for Magic. I've always been able to cast magic, but I never really studied it. And I'm looking to do that, as well as other things. Touchy subject.
And you look over and Liv just picks up a fork and pretends to cast like a wizard, like the very typical wizard. He's just like...
He kind of chuckles.
Good to see Liv has a sense of humor in his not quite life.
Well, I suppose I'll go next. Come from the east. Not going to get into it today, but I had to leave quickly. I was banished, and I boarded a boat. I ended up here, and had to make my way with my sister. She's doing well, arguably better than I am, and I've taken up mercenary work. Hunting bounties only got me so far, so I decided to try my hand at adventuring. I'm just looking to make a quick buck. Or fund my early retirement, whichever happens first.
Kay kind of like glances at Repo. Like, he's seen Warforges before, kind of. But it's like seeing kind of like a backward striped zebra, and you're like, whoa, okay. I don't know too much about Warforged, but how did you become what you are, and why was it? Were you born or were you made?
At this point, Reaper would again push his hood back, showing his whole head. I was crafted for one purpose: to retake into the city of Gauntlgrim alongside the dwarfs, to exterminate the Illithids.
That explains your whole knife work with yonder brain eater. He gestured towards like the floor in the sewers.
Yeah, the sewer boy.
Oh, the mind flayer. Yeah.
Yes.
Some 6 years ago, we retook the city of Gauntlgrim once more from their control. Afterwards, I was repurposed to collecting dissidents and eliminating those who would threaten the establishment of peace within the city. As time passed, I, in a sense, gained independence and set off on my own. But finding those who were wanted was the only thing I knew.
Seems we're in similar work.
How much free will do you have because you were created?
Once there was none. You think I would have chosen to charge the Illithid lines as Neofada?
No, I would never assume anything like that, but if you have enough free will to choose options on what you want to do, I was curious on if the programming or what your intended purpose was still at your top priority.
I suppose the way to say it, the easiest way to understand, is imagine a puppet that lost its strings.
That's a uncomfortable notion to think about it at extended length. Is there any risk that you could fall back under their control?
Not likely.
Okay, that's good.
Well, however, if we do face another mind flayer, I will kill it.
Do you harbor any ill will to your creators?
I don't suppose so.
I don't mean to be invasive. I was just curious.
Had they chosen, they could have prevented me from leaving the city and had me destroyed then and there. But they did not. They allowed me to leave.
Cade's kind of writing all of this in a spare journal book that he has. Kind of finally understanding that algebra problem that you're having problems with. That's really fascinating.
Varix looks at the journal for a moment and looks at Zelfir. I believe you had a book for him.
Oh, I had entirely forgotten. He like rummages around in his packet, like passes it to Cade. Force a habit, I pocketed it. This is from the bookkeeper down the way. They run the Bookworm's Treasure. I believe you'll be a patron of that establishment quite soon.
I bet you I will. What was the book called again?
I
So
didn't read it.
The title of the book is The History of Troll Skull Alley.
Have I read this book? Have I read this book before?
You have not.
Okay.
It looks fairly niche. Asking Zell, what's the name of it? Look, man, I didn't read it.
I look at it. Oh, interesting. Well, it will be very helpful to read this book, analyze all the data, and figure out if the history gives any keys onto the way forward that we should take this establishment. Puts it into his side satchel.
And there is a little bit of the text for you.
Oh, wow. I'll look at that later.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm not gonna read it now. I'm not gonna read it now.
And all right, so the way that we're gonna do this is I'm gonna put you guys into initiative order. So it's not gonna be like true combat, obviously, but we'll have one of you roll a d12 for every day, or a d20 for every day, and as long as your averaging progression pushes through the at least 100% through day 12, you guys will be able to open on day 12. Anything beyond that's going to cost you guys 50 gold beyond what he's already given you, so just take note of that.
Okay.
All right, so if you guys want to roll in for initiative.
Yes. During these days of progression, would we also be able to accomplish other tasks throughout those day progressions?
Yeah, if you guys have stuff that you guys want to do on certain days, we definitely can do that. You're probably going to get visitors throughout the 12 days, so just take note of that as well.
I clicked the wrong thing.
It's
There we
not
go.
my audio
It
stuff
wasn't
is
very
off right
different.
now because I
No.
don't want to interrupt the stream, but
Should I just roll a d20?
yeah, go ahead. You can roll the first d20.
Standard.
Right, standard 10. So you guys are able to like finish kind of sweeping and cleaning up the inside of the tavern, so that you can prep for finalized repairs, getting everything that you need to be able to get going. And then Repo, if you want to roll your d20 for me.
You got it.
I just imagine a like musical montage number where like Cade is suspended from the roof, welding with his magic.
Let's make a montage.
So at this point, you guys were able to kind of get rid of any of the unnecessary debris outside of the sweeping and mopping of the floors. So anything that was beyond mend, repair, that you would need to go about removing, you guys were able to bring that to a space where it can be removed. And in this time, you receive a letter in the mail, and it reads, "For those interested in joining the Emerald Enclave, please come meet us at Philomeric in the Southern Ward."
Oh, do we know what the Emerald Enclave
I was
is?
about to say, do any of us have any context about the Emerald Enclave?
You ask around, and they feel like the Emerald Enclave doesn't really have like a true plan of action, so to speak. Their goal is to kind of keep balance within all of Waterdeep. So it's clerics and druids and rangers. They try to kind of keep things in like a balanced sort of state.
I'm not too particularly keen on joining the Emerald Enclave. I don't know about anybody else.
I certainly wouldn't want to get on their bad side, but
It might be worth at least speaking to them.
we could hear them out.
And yeah, so you guys finish the day, and the space is ready to kind of get its final repairs. So Feriax, if you want to take a stab at your D20 for me. All right, 12. So yeah, you guys are able to hire. You guys are able to hire in. Brain. You were able to hire in Tally to kind of help you with the wood repairs, and even Avi is willing to come over and kind of help you with like any kind of like stonework repairs. It's not really quite their alley, but they're willing to help out just to get the place up and running again, so they don't have kind of a dead-ended house in the neighborhood.
They're all about the property value, I see.
Yeah, they're just trying to, help themselves, and their thought is that if they help you, then that might bring more business to the alley as well.
That's my thought exactly.
Something, a rising tide lifts all ships.
That's right. And so you guys finish the day with getting a good chunk of the repairs done. And are feeling good about the progression of the space, that it's going to meet expectations of the 12th day. Cade.
All right.
All right. Yeah, so you guys are able to make good progression on finishing up. Hold on. Guys were able to make good progression on the finishing of the space. Gets the rest of the repairs are done. Tally is taking stock and kind of giving you guys quotes on repairing any of the broken chairs, or kind of upgrading the design look of things if that's what you're interested in. He's willing to. He's willing to help you kind of give a new look to the tavern that might bring in more patrons, so that it's not just like a repeat of what it used to be. He says that if you guys are willing to spot in like 50 gold extra on top of everything that you already have paid in, that he could actually give you guys kind of a new design to your tables and chairs that might appeal to the current citizens of Waterdeep.
Do we want to split the fund for the 50 gold 4 ways?
You can split it 5 ways. I'm sure Ben will follow in suit with whatever you guys want to do.
We're not paying for lodging. We might as well.
Okay.
And so over the next couple days, he's gonna get back to you with tables and chairs. And given that you guys were able to like supply him with work, he's gonna throw in refurnishing your upstairs. So nothing super fancy, but he's gonna get you guys beds and dressers and stuff like that to store your items into each of the rooms. So you'll get those probably closer to like date finalize. All right, and we are back at the top. Sophia.
During that first day, before could I have just taken like the hour required to sketch those 2 scrolls into my spellbook?
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
And then I think it's 25 gold. There's a gold requirement to that as well.
Oh yeah, let me look at that now.
Yeah, it's like ink and time and yada
It's
yada.
ink and time, and I think it's 25 gold is what it is.
It's like gold per level. of
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
the spell
those
is.
are level 1s from the scrolls.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll figure it out. We can continue.
Yeah, I think it's 25 per level, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
All right, and then Sophia,
I got a
you're
9.
9 in there. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we're breaching about the halfway mark where things are starting to kind of come together. I think you guys are ready to start kind of. You've been getting a couple people who've been coming over because they heard that you guys were opening the tavern looking for work. Roll me. So if you roll me a D12.
With anything else or just a D12?
Nope, just a D12 is fine.
Okay. It sounded like you were gonna say something else, so I was just like waiting.
No, I based upon your answer, I was going to give you something else, but
Wait, I thought it was 50 gold.
it was
50
50 gold
gold
split. It
total.
wasn't 50 gold each.
No,
Yeah,
it's 50 gold per spell level.
Oh,
yeah.
So it's 50 gold. It's 50 gold per spell level, so it would be 50 gold total.
For each spell, yeah.
Right. So, well, no, because you
100
level
gold
one
level.
spell, so it would only. Oh, it's 50 gold per level. Got it.
Yeah, per level. So
You still
Yeah.
had the funds from before the pre-campaign.
yeah, I mean, like I said, broke. I have like 62 gold
Yeah, I
and
was gonna say.
100 silver and 200 copper. So I'm
you should be
broke,
right.
but in relative terms.
Kate is the only one that's really been spending money.
I've got like 300 laying around, but like
Yeah.
I can't.
So,
Stuff's expensive.
right. So you're able to get like one good barkeep or one good busboy who would help clean up the tables and whatnot. You're able to find one out of the mix of people who come in, and they're willing to come in and help you over the next number of days with the renovations and getting things prepared. They have enough knowledge that they could run on any runs that you need to do for like supplies or anything like that. So every roll from here on out is going to include a +2 because of that.
Ooh.
They're not freaked out by our friendly neighborhood ghost.
No, I mean, it's pretty easy to like talk out, right? I mean, you get a guy who comes in and they see the poltergeist and they're like, and then you're like, well, he hasn't attacked us yet, right? It's been like, we've been here for 6 days and nothing.
Look, he
really...
cleans cups.
That's how I would word it. I do not think I would word it as he hasn't attacked us yet.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just one of those
No,
things.
he's polite. He could communicate. Give him a whiteboard.
He's the
The
previous
little
owner,
whiteboard.
and he's the previous owner, and wants to get this back online.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Chalkboard. Not whiteboard, chalkboard. That's reasonable
Yeah,
tech
it's
level. Come
chalkboard.
on.
Dusty window. Just right.
Don't clean that. That's Lift's only way to communicate.
Leave it dusty.
Pile of beans on the counter to rearrange.
Yeah, just rearranges them into letters. Yeah.
Just a bowl of sand for him to.
Exactly. See, you got it. You guys got it. All right. So at this time, you guys are met by a man named Vijar Safar. He's a friend of Nevermember. He said, if you're interested in joining the Grey Hands, come to the Castle Ward at once. Bring your friends. He says, we're always looking for some good hands to do some work.
What are the Grey Hands again, just for people that don't know?
The Grey Hands are it's like a private security force sort of that does like missions within the city to help out like the citizens. So it's not like an official
It's not
like
the city
official
guard, but it's probably gets some amount of contract work from the city guard.
Yeah, and they're there for the betterment of Waterdeep, not the balance, but the betterment of the overall Waterdeep.
That sounds more appealing.
Yeah,
for Repo,
that is more up my alley.
especially given the fact that Repo prefers to keep himself unknown to the political realm.
You also have the thought of like, this is a friend of somebody that you already know, that you already have a connection with in the city. That was a friend of Raynar and Nevermovers.
Yeah, getting the random druid flyer was like, why do we have this?
Yeah.
Junk mail.
They give this to anyone nowadays.
All right, and so I think we're
Would
on
we need
to...
Would we need to act on that, or can we continue doing?
You have time to act on it. There's no like rush. If you
Open my
want to go to
Rolodex.
them and visit them, then we can definitely do that. Repo, you are next. So just roll your 20, and then I'll add 2 to it.
Oh, I gotta add 2 on it right away. There you go.
So 8.
You rolled an 8.
So at this
That was
point,
dookie.
you guys are a good chunk of the way. You guys are finalizing things up. The guy you have, the guy you have hired has been able to kind of source some different foods for you guys to get. He has friends that will help you kind of keep things stocked. He's gone out to like the local farms and whatnot to try to get you guys like connections to keep you guys well fueled with food and whatnot. And
This young man is much more than a busboy.
well, he obviously can't work as a busboy now because the tavern's not open, so he's just trying to help out wherever he can, where he shows value.
He's still much more useful.
Yes.
He's going places.
He's going places. And yeah, so you guys are able to start like, getting into that kind of a space. Can I get Fairyx to roll me a d20 plus 2?
Absolutely.
15.
All right, so 15. This is a great day. So Tally came in a little bit earlier than expected to get the work done that needed to get done. So all of the new furniture, the tables, chairs, and bar stools are all gorgeous. They're just more than what you potentially could have asked for given the price. But Tally insists that the price is what it is. They don't expect anything more. But this is far exceeds what you guys were expecting when they said they were going to kind of do a rebuild of your look. It really makes the place shine and look good. At this point, Avi comes over and offers their services to give you guys silverware and help you guys source, any kind of like plateware that you guys are looking to do, as well as they have connections in town with their suppliers for metal and whatnot that they can get other forms of material. So, Fairyx, if you could roll me a d20. And so they'll take the time to get the silverware done. That would suffice for the space, and then the getting of the plates might take a little bit longer than expected. That's gonna just take some time to try to source out, but they'll keep under what the expected budget is, so no additional expected charges. At this point, which ones did we? All right. Yep, I got it. I can see it. Cool. Just gotta switch over to my Discord side. Go away, photo. Go away.
I almost need a third monitor.
I have 3, and it's already not enough. At this point, a member of the Harpers shows up at the tavern, and he says, "Raynar tells us you're a good bet. He brought you tickets to the opera tonight at the Lightsinger Theater in the C Ward. If you're interested, meet Mert in the during the intermission. Private box C. Formal attire is required for admittance." And you guys are pretty well ahead of where you need to be for the build, so you guys could definitely like let who you've hired kind of take care of what's going on for the rest of today, and work on going to this if this is something you're interested tonight.
Zelfo just kind of like looks between the 4 of us. Do we have formal wear?
No, we don't, but I think this is something that we should do. I have a personal connection with the Harpers. My father used to be a member of the Harpers. Unless if anyone else has any strong disdain for them, then we could do something else, but I would very much like to follow up on this.
The Harpers weren't.
Harpers.
The Harpers weren't particularly present in the lands I come from. What is their whole deal?
How do I explain this? They're a secret society / organization that is really focused on history and preserving the lore of the nation, and they go to grave lengths to do that. Mainly, this is just for the preservation of the society and defending innocent people that may be having their history erased. They're usually considered a morally good faction.
Very well. I don't see why we couldn't go to.
So the Harpers, just for continued context, they are a semi-secret organization that their intent is to preserve historical lore and maintaining the balance between nature and civilization, and not just Waterdeep. So this is something that branches outside of the more Forgotten Realms entire world, right? So it's they involve themselves in many world-changing events that help shape Faerun's destiny, and their power has waxed and waned over the years, and their order went under a series of collapses and reforms, but they're still a pretty strong prevalence in most societies, that the Harpers are there to kind of keep kind of the natural balance between society staying alive and historical background being kept and nature still being preserved in that process.
I was like, Jazz knows exactly who the Harpers are. Zalfir does not.
Yeah.
I don't know if you all wish to go to this opera. I'll wait outside.
Were there any tailors in this district? Can we? Oh Lord, how long do we have to find formal attire?
You guys are able to find pretty reasonable formal attire, we'll say, for probably about 5 to 10. We'll say 5 gold pieces to get some, good enough formal attire to attend the opera.
Yeah, but now that we have it, we have it.
Right.
Yeah,
We want to
I'll
impress
have that.
more, can spend a little bit more, closer to 10 or 15, but I think, for 5 you can get through the doors and not kind of, elude any kind of worry that
Cade will spend 10. He's gonna look a little bit better than just average formal, but not going crazy with it.
To
and
try to get
so-
inside, try to
Eric's
pass as their
gonna
bodyguard.
spend 10, but only because I feel like need a little bit more fabric.
Right.
Can I try to just pass as the bodyguard? Like I am the one that keeps them safe, hence why I do not have formal attire, nor do I wear clothes.
Yeah. So are 3 of you going in and 1 of you staying out? Is that what I'm led to gather?
Well, if they'll let me in under the notion of me being the quote-unquote bodyguard of the other 3.
I mean, the attire is required whether you're in bodyguard fashion or not. So if you don't spend the money on the attire, then the establishment won't let you in.
I also assume we're being disarmed.
Yes, you will
Let's
not.
say I am not bringing weapons with me. It seems like they're not going to let me bring them in, and I don't really feel like dealing with checking my warhammer.
I can hold all the stuff and wait outside.
I think out of habit, Zalfir would try to smuggle a knife in his boot.
Cade has no weapons.
You are the weapon.
Hell yeah.
So you attend the 3 of you are able to attend the ball or the opera, and you make it in, and the opera's nice. I mean, the opera is the fall of Tiamat, so great success there. It describes the evil dragon queen being defeated by the at the Well of Dragons. And during intermission, you shuffle your way over to Private Box B or Private Box C, where you meet with a harper named Mirth. And he explains that the Harpers are offering membership to eligible adventurers. They're looking for people who are looking to help the greater good of the realm. Are there any of you who wish to continue moving forward?
I feel we could fit that criteria. I out of character, I assume we can join multiple factions. Like, is there?
Yeah, I
anything that
mean,
prevents
as
us?
long as they're not conflicting, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Greyhands and the Harpers are two very distinct factions that don't give you the option to be able to be a part of them. That's pretty well known in the city of Waterdeep.
Well, I believe we're interested. Is there any more information on like what that means for us as individuals? Like, would we stay independent or would we be official members?
Well, if you accept membership, then you will receive the Harp within the Moon Crescent pin that would signify that you are a member, and we would send work your way.
It kind of looks to the group.
In the nicest way, is this work paid?
Yes, of course. You would get paid, as well as you would earn favor amongst the city.
Kay kind of goes and whispers to the group. Look, I've never had the opportunity, and I didn't think I would, to have the ability to join the Harpers. But now that this opportunity is here, even if the rest of you decide not to take it, I would still be taking it for myself. I'm not trying to force you if you don't want to, but I will be taking it, and I thought I should let you know.
Look, friend, I might not have as lofty ambitions, but this is clearly important to you. If this is what you want, I support it.
Thank you.
All right. How many of you are taking membership of the Harpers?
Cade raises his hand.
Okay.
Zalfir will shrug and raise his hand.
Okay. Anybody else?
Ferrix will partake.
Okay. And the three of you receive the pin signifying that you've accepted membership into the Harpers. We will notify you if we have work to be done. We know where to find you. If you do need anything, though, you are welcome to visit my manor in the Sea Ward.
All right. How long do you think it would be until we receive our first word about any missions?
Well, active of your membership, we'll send word to the main headquarters, and somebody should be with you in probably 5 or 6 days.
That's perfect.
All right, well, enjoy the rest of the opera.
Thank you. You as well.
So you're able to make it back to your seats and enjoy the rest of the opera, and you're able to go home where you're now members of the Harpers.
Delightful. I assume we don't wear those pins in the open.
Cade has his pin pinned on the underside of his like neckerchief.
Yeah, I was
That he
wondering
had.
what that was. On
It's
your-
like you know like the like
It's like a
really
mantle.
yeah, it's like a smaller version of the classical like peasant garb
Okay.
kind of a thing. But yeah, he has it pinned on the inside of like the neck thing, so it's not visible, but he just knows that it's there.
All right, I think that brings us back to Cade for Cade's roll.
Yes. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ooh, pretty good. 18.
20 with. Oh wait, did you already add the 2?
No, I did not add the 2, so 20.
You can't forget the busboy.
Yeah.
Does he have a name?
I'll get you guys a name for when it opens.
Okay.
Not to be that guy, put you on the spot.
Flying by the seat of my pants with the busboy.
I mean, we could name the busboy.
That's not how names
Worry
work.
about other things.
All right,
We'll
so
only
today,
be calling you William.
today,
My name's Paul. William.
you make your
Short for
way
William.
down to the tavern to begin your work, and you are eagerly met with Avi, who just got this whirlwind of energy to try to do the work that they needed on the silverware. The silverware came out actually better than you expected and faster. So you did get the silverware after a day. They just got cranking on making silverware. They do also have a connection to get you both large and small plates, as well as bowls that will match the kind of decor of what you have with the furniture that was built. They said that'll come in probably about 2 days to show up. And you had Kate, if I can get you to roll me a d12.
Yep. 4.
You had 4 very successful interviews, 2 for cooks and another waitress who knows the ins and outs of the of being able to properly be a waitress, so you don't have to worry about training her. And the 2 cooks, you've tested some of their food and it's immaculate. You are very excited about the prospects of having the 2 cooks, and then you also got another bartender, so somebody who would sit next to Liff, who is totally okay with the fact that a poltergeist is there to help out with the day to day.
I imagine we're like sitting down for an interview and just Liff's also there.
Yeah,
you gotta pass the poltergeist vibe check.
He's just giving thumbs ups and thumbs down based on people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he
so-
gets the final say.
Yeah. I'm the Gordon Ramsay. Fuck me, right?
So you guys are in good shape to be able to get everything that you need done in the time that you need to get done, and it's going to bring us back to Zephyr. If you want to make another roll.
10 again.
10.
I'm nothing if not
Consistent.
reliable.
That's right. You're just about wrapping up. You guys have signed and set up delivery of supplies, both perishable goods and non-perishable goods that you'd need for the menu. Your next step in the next couple days will just be to finalize the menu and start getting your marketing out there, getting the finalized permits and whatnot. But you are just about ready to open up your tavern and be ready to go. And nothing too crazy, but it's moving in the right direction. Repo.
Okay. Yeah.
There you go, natural 20. Your plates came in today, and your flatware comes in today, or not your flatware, your dishes come in today, and it came in immaculate. One of the guys who had come a couple days ago to take a look was able to kind of design the artwork on the top of the plates and bowls to match the curling aesthetic of the tables and chairs. So you have this very cohesive feel to the tavern. You feel like things are really coming to life. You were able to find a dishwasher for relatively cheap to come in and do the dishwashing on a day-to-day basis, and it does feel like the crew that's there, the two cooks, the barkeep, the waitress, and the busboy are really kind of cohesively blending as a team, and that this is going to be a really good experience for you guys because of that. That natural 20, we're going to add an additional 20 gold to your 10-day. So it'll be a D100 plus 30 as opposed to a D100 plus 10. Everything's kind of wrapping up and becoming cohesive.
I was like, that made it a little bit more profitable.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a money sink.
The potential to be a little more profitable, right? I mean, you still got the option to roll really shit. But but that's how business runs and functions. All right, so we've got a couple more days left. Farax, if you want to roll for me.
Good money.
+2, so
All
17.
right, so 15 gives you guys the ability to really expand out your menu. So you have been able to secure, and actually in the time that it took you to kind of clean things up, you did stumble upon the ale and wine cellar down below behind the bar. You were able to kind of spruce that up in a way that you're going to maximize the space, and you've already pretty much filled up with and gotten rid of all of the old wine and beer. We were able to fill up with new wine, new ale, and the city was able to get a guy out there to set you up with what would be running water. So you were able to fit within your budget the ability to put full plumbing in your home for its time, and you have good running water so that you don't have to have somebody go and fetch water for you guys in your home, given its disrepair state. So you guys are really, really ripped and ready to roll, and are ready to get going and become, an open tavern. Cade, let's make our last roll.
All right. 15. But +2, 17.
Awesome. So with this last day, you got your finalized permits in, everything is set and ready to go. You're fully stocked and ready to go for opening day. You've gotten a little bit of marketing out there, so you're expecting kind of a big crowd to get going. The Harpers have sent word of a need for a mission, and they want you to meet Merc tomorrow at their estate to be able to figure out what that plan is. So you guys are ready for a grand opening. They haven't given you time that you need to show up at Merc's house, but anytime during the day will work. So you're welcome to see your opening tomorrow and then make your way over to Merc's estate.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you all get really good night sleeps with the preparation and all the hard work you guys have done over the last 12 days. So everybody's very excited about the prospects of what the tavern is going to be able to do. You open your doors the next morning and have a rush of crowd ready to come and eat anything that you guys are going to plate up. Just for end of day sakes, just to give you guys an idea, your end of day, on your first day, you guys were able to make 300 gold pieces as part of your opening. You expect that number is not going to stick, but people are excited to test out the new and improved Troll Skull Manor Tavern. And what was cool is that there was this aesthetic to try to take in the history that the tables have, on the sides of the legs. They have these scrolling what look like troll skulls that kind of were built into the legs, so it kind of meets the expectation of the name of the tavern as they got built. And all the backs of the silverware all the silverware and the plates were all engraved with what looked like skulls kind of around them as a part of like an aesthetic to kind of build into the look of everything. You guys were able to brandish like a brand new looking sign in the front that looks great, and people were really attracted to it as they see it from the main street.
Nice.
You do, given that you didn't have the ability to pay the people who you were hired before, after the 300 gold, we'll say, given that you needed extra help with those first few days, we'll net you a profit about of 150 gold for the first day. And then from there, we'll do our normal 10-day 100 gold plus 30. So if somebody wants to just keep note of the every 10-day-ish that you guys will roll for profitability.
So starting the 10-day now?
Starting the 10-day after your first day, so it'll be technically tomorrow because we're still going to do the visit to the tavern or to the manor. So it'll be it's 30 plus a D100.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Ferrix is in favor of keeping that initial money separate from anybody's individual pockets to have a rolling tavern lockbox.
Yeah, we could just have.
And we can, at different points, extract out of it. But, a rolling
needed.
tavern lockbox, so it's never coming out of our pockets if we have an off week.
Okay.
Yes.
Do we just want to leave that 150 there, or?
Be a good starter bank.
That would be
Yeah.
fine.
would say-
150 is a solid starter bank, and then we can even view it as we'll always maintain 150 gold in that lockbox. Get minimum.
That
Yes,
would
and
give you
then
at
just
least 2
kind of
weeks
let it
coverage
accrue.
if you do shit. Or almost 3 weeks, because it's 60 gold to maintain, and 2 weeks worth would give you at least 30 gold. So it would give you a few weeks of coverage if you had a couple of bad weeks.
I've seen these new things that have been popping up. They're like magical pictures that they're all unique, and they have a unique magical arcane code to them, and you can trade them.
Are you trying to put NFTs in my campaign?
No. I might, maybe.
We're a no NFT stream here.
We should invest our tavern fund on NFTs.
No. And just then you hear the cry of my NFTs as the NFT market crashes.
No.
No. No.
All right. So you guys are able to successfully see the opening of your tavern, and the what do we have, six people that you've left to kind of deal with the day-to-day are able to kind of cover everything that is needed to be done. They have no need for management to be there to oversee. You do see that Liv is helping customers take their jackets off and hanging them up and helping them put their seats in, and every once in a while you'll see him pouring a beer and placing it on the bar for somebody to drink, and the guests find it fantastic. They've never ever been in a situation where a poltergeist has been kind. They've always been in a situation where they've always been kind of tricksters and kind of playing pranks. So this is a welcome change.
I'm worried that
anyone
somebody's
been
gonna
off-put-
break something.
Has anybody been off-put by the fact that Lif is a poltergeist of the person who used to run this?
A couple people have, and it has kept them from going in, but enough people just don't care. They are happy to see this place up and running again and flourishing. You have, the people in the neighborhood were very happy to see that the tavern is reopened again. It is a little off-putting that it is the old owner, definitely for sure, but I think they're excited that that the tavern is being reopened, and that a sense of calm has come over on the kind of rumor mill of people who had taken it over as kind of squatters, and that the poltergeist had kind of trickstered them out of the house. So it's a nice welcome to the neighborhood that continues to be a positive thing. All right.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do? You guys want to make your way over?
Yes.
Sounds good.
All
Is
right.
everybody who didn't sorry, is everybody who didn't technically become full members okay with this? I kind of look into Repo and Sirach, who is here but also not here.
You do you.
All right. Then let's go.
It's not for me to tell you what to do with your future.
Yes, but you're agreeing to come along, so just trying to make sure that there's no conflict later.
A job is a job and it pays.
Fair enough.
All right. And as you guys make your way out, whoop. On here. So, you guys are able to make it to the villa, which is right here. It's right on that corner, and as you enter, as you make it over there, you knock, and Mirth doesn't answer, but somebody of the Harpers does answer, and they say, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we're here for a mission from the Harpers, and he kind of flashes his pin.
He looks at you and nods and brings you in. And they walk you back to Mirth, who recognizes you and says, "Ah, yes, thank you for joining me today."
I'm excited to be here.
And Mirth goes, "Well, down to business. I guess we'll be quick about it. An information seeker of ours, Ursa, is an old woman, and she sells books out of a narrow 3-story building on the Storn Street in the Trades Ward. She's claimed to have a monster trapped in her shop, and fears for the welfare of her books and her cat. The City Watch is not likely to lend a hand to you, and given Urza's propensity to tell tall tales, but the Harpers owe her a favor, and you will find her at the Flans and Folly, a tavern at the corner of Sworn Street and Salabar. Please, make haste." And with that, we are going to end tonight's campaign in preparation for that adventure next week.
Woo!
We should have
Alright.
everybody back for next week, so that'll be good. We'll be able to proceed with finding out more information about the beast inside the bookshop.
All right.
Would R3 wanted to talk to the I guess we could talk to the forge guy later.
Yeah.
As we make more money.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's move ourselves into lobby here. Thank you guys all for being here today and watching us through this campaign as we work our way through. We'll have a little bit more exciting combat-related stuff hopefully next week. But the adventurers have a tavern that's gonna kind of net them some regular profit. So good stuff there. And yeah, so we'll definitely be back next Saturday, barring any kind of like sickness that drops out two people. The plan is to be available next Saturday. We are off the Saturday after that. That is my birthday week, and I'm planning on doing a Friday 24-hour stream. So that is in the works. Other than that, guys, that's really thank you guys for coming again. I think we had a pretty good session. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week.